Hi, my name is Yamila Torres, and I'm from Dominican Republic.
My name's Val Ross. I'm from Glassport, PA.
My name is Praveen, and I'm originally from Nepal, but I live in a Baldwin area right now.
My name's Faith Muse, and I'm from Baldwin, Pittsburgh, PA.
My name is Emilio Josue Roman Aquino.
My name is Elijah Slikowski, and I'm from here in Pittsburgh.
My name is Debbie Bacharach. I'm from Mahal.
My name's Christine Perry. I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, raised in Maryland.
Yeah, my name is Cameron Ruby. I'm from Jefferson Hills. It's about 5-10 minutes away from the South Campus here.
Yep, the education is extremely different. The language that in here in Pittsburgh, everything has to be like in English.
School life back home is, well, I gotta say, it's practically the same.
I get like better education in here than in Nepal because like the education system in Nepal is like a broken system, you know. In my country, it was very a poor place. So like, if you know a basic elementary math and a little bit of English, you can be a teacher.
Throughout high school and even grade school, I felt like, because I was very different than many girls, like I was into like fantasy stuff like dragons and everything. And even through high school, I figured out that I didn't really believe in anything, and I came out as atheist and bisexual. And many people would come up to me and say, "Oh, do you worship Satan?" And they would ask me, "Do you like do all this stuff?" And I said, I ended up running with their jokes, being like, "Yeah, you know what? I do that. Whatever, to cope with it."
I went to Peabody High School in East Liberty, and during my high school year, senior year, I became pregnant with my daughter. So I was judged a lot when it came to, oh, she's pregnant, she's too young, she shouldn't be a mom, and feeling outcast. I wasn't allowed to go on my senior trip. I wasn't allowed to go to prom. I had no support. The only support that I had was a counselor and an English teacher, but other than that, I really had no support.
Is when like you are taking the bus for the first time and you don't understand what the driver is saying to you.
Do you feel uncomfortable if people stare at you too long?
Yes.
And what makes you uncomfortable? Do you feel like they're judging you?
Yes.
And why do you feel like they're judging you?
Because I'm different.
So at first, I started meeting my baseball players, my baseball teammates. So at the time, I was like trying to like get into their motion, like their how they act, how they feel, how they pronounce the words, how can I be to be with them? How can I interact with them? How can I get closer to them? So at that time, I was like a little bit excluded, not that excluded, because I never, thanks God, I never had that situation of racism.
I would say the biggest thing that did make me feel awkward in a situation was I was talking to a group of friends, and I was sharing to them about how I'm a volunteer for Special Olympics and how I'm around people who have mental disabilities quite often, and they continue to use the R word in front of me, even though I've explained to them many times, like that's a very offensive word, and I don't want to be around people that speak that type of language. So I think that was one of the biggest things that kind of hit home to me. Yeah, so the R word is retard. It's very offensive to those who do have mental disabilities because it almost looks as those people as not functioning properly or not functioning enough or the way society wants them to be functioning. So if you would use the R word in front of someone who does have a disability, there's a lot of times they do feel awkward and they do feel like they're being isolated because it makes them feel different. Like nobody wants to be called that type of language whenever it's not about their disabilities, it's about their abilities, and it's about their abilities to kind of come together with society because they are society. Not one is less than another, and I think that's really important for people to understand that.
Since I started transitioning, it takes longer for me to get ready. different, like clothing, trying, because you're worried about your appearance, because you get worried about how people will see you and if they'll judge you or if you're going to put yourself into any harm's way, so you kind of get worried about that. And especially as transmasculine, I have to put extra work for the weirdest reason that people generally wouldn't think of. It's easier for a guy to be mistaken as a girl based on their clothing than it is to be identified as male in a female body wearing men's clothing, because there's like no such thing as a woman cross-dressing anymore. Because if it's a man's piece of clothing, some woman somewhere is making it a fashion statement. So it gets harder, especially early on, and you have to put more effort into trying to appear so people don't misgender you unintentionally.
What makes you who you are, so people don't think that you're different?
Yeah, what do you like?
Wrestling, TV shows,
What TV shows?
The Golden Goose.
Can you tell them about an achievement you did in the past couple months with me? What do we do on Saturdays?
Go out shopping.
And I made a lot of progress too. At first, like I was struggling with my English. I had like zero English when I first came here, so I struggled. And I my first year I almost like failed all the classes because I couldn't understand anything. But like I upgraded my grade the next semester. So I mean I made a lot of friends, a lot of American friend, Pakistani friend, Bangladeshi friend, from very different country, So I also learned about their different perspectives. So it's really cool.
At SA, South Allegheny, the high school I went to, out of the 4 boroughs that went there, all the other 3 boroughs would look at Glassport like everyone from there is scum. Like I remember being younger, and you would invite people to come down to Glassport, and they'd be like, "Oh, my parents say Glassport's bad," and then it made me feel bad that I was even from there. And you're like, "What do you mean it's bad?" Because I lived on a side of town where I was really like separated from that, and like whenever I was in like middle school and then in high school, then that's when it changed. But like definitely like I felt outcasted by the other people in the boroughs because they felt like they were better than the people from Glassport. I've been pretty accepted here, pretty good. So like I've never really been like pushed out of a group or someone doesn't like me because of some trivial reason and then they try to ostracize me.
There's a wide variety of people here, and I feel like if you learn to talk to them more, they're more accepting than they were in high school because they have better things to do in their life than just, find the little minuscule things in somebody. And I feel that that's kind of great here.
Baseball is just a way to be who you are, to express yourself, to be better in who you are as an athlete, and not only just an athlete, as a person too, because the way that you are in the game and the way that you're outside demonstrates your personality. And in every aspect of that, I play my game with passion, with love, because that's what I want to do. I want to become what I want as a professional player. And being with my teammates and knowing that they want that same role and knowing that they want to become better at what they want to do, I become closer to them. And that helped me a lot through the process of being more comfortable with them and talking to them, expressing myself with them.
We have protections in Allegheny County, kind of, but as a state we don't. So like if I cross over into Beaver, I can get kicked out of my house or my apartment because the landlord finds out that you're a transgender and they don't like you. And that's completely legal. And you can still get fired and everything from a job. So CCAC actually has worked with me around that, where they allow me to use my preferred name instead of using my legal name, even though my legal name's still in the records for legal purposes. And they've been really good at working with, my professors. My professors know what names, when I go on Blackboard, my name is correct on there. And like, I really haven't had any problems. Like administratively, it's been great. I haven't really run into any issues a lot of students don't know. Like I'm not that open or out. Normally, a number of students in the honors program know, and that was a very positive. Like I had no problems. I love to travel. I love learning about other cultures and other people. That's actually why I'm back at school, because I want to go into cultural anthropology, because I think one of the greatest things about humanity is all the variation in it.
Although I had all this against me, I still managed to I was 9 months pregnant and I graduated high school. I was on the stage 9 months pregnant and the graduation stage. And I still graduated and it was rewarding, I would say.
I just trying to improve my English every day, to listen and participate in activities.
You need to be more mindful of other people, always. Everyone is created equally. Everyone is on this earth. Everyone has different goals and aspirations.
Do you have any other things that you wish to share? Or any other comments you wish to make?
Be happy.